Good evening everyone and welcome along to Inside Line Racing Season 5. This is ILR5 and tonight we are at the Hockenheim Ring for the German Grand Prix. First built in the 1930s, where it was originally a test track for some car. It was a Mercedes back in the day. And then the new circuit, the new layout, dated all the way back in 2002. It's had multiple changes since then, but now it is the layout as you can see today. The original track used to be 12 kilometers, but it's now 4.57 kilometers with 17 turns. I am sure we're going to have a cracker of a race today. I am Jess, and I will be your commentator as per usual. We're at round number 7 already. We're pretty much at the crucial point of the season. We've got 4 or 5 rounds left to go, and the championship is already hotting up. As Chapalili, our championship leader, is about to start his outlap, going past turn 1 and approaching the DRS straight of turn 2, the little kink of turn 3 there, and a little bit of turn 4. Now Chapalili is on 76 points in the championship right now, due to Verstappen not being able to make last week's race. He has able to take the lead from him, but it's only a 3-point gap, so, and with Verstappen here tonight, it's going to be a close battle between those two. And we got Ritson behind them in P3 on 47, along with J Carter in their joint third. In 5th we got Huberto with 46, Larkin 6th for 39, Owen 7th 37, 8th Rich with 36 points, 9th Cam K on 35, and 10th Paul McGuinness on 32. Now Chapalili is going towards turn 14 and 15 and approaching turn 16, and then the last corner of turn 16. What is the benchmark time on the circuit? Now it is a 1:10.9, but he got invalidated, so he will have to set another lap. But our benchmark time on the set of mediums is a 1:12.8 set by Verstappen. Now the tyres on offer for tonight's race, we have got the ultras, the softs and the mediums. It is a skipped compound track, so it completely misses the super softs. Now if you wonder why some of the helmets are different tonight than what you usually see the drivers, unfortunately during the week Niki Lauda died. Really tragically actually. He died in front of his family, and a majority of people are wearing helmets or having Niki Lauda's number on their car, or both, to remember the times that Niki Lauda has had and to remember him and to dedicate the race to him. So yes, that is why we see helmets, different helmets than usual. We'll be back to normal programming pretty soon. Some of them are not, which is fair enough, but some of them has chosen to have a different helmet. Some might be wearing black, some might be wearing red and a bit of white with the helmet that they used to be on. Now, we do have a few new drivers. We have a few reserves. We do have, if I can find him, Panos. He's currently in P8 right now. He is yet to set a lap time. Here we go. So just going past Parabolica straight and going to the hairpin. He's going to go to the pits, I think, because his lap time probably got invalidated. But yeah, welcome along to the team, my friend, and hopefully we can see some good results. And our ILR owner is racing tonight, due to the fact there's quite a few people cannot make it tonight. Jack Gooding, he's racing in the Mercedes. Rigged, jokes. But yeah, it's good to have him race tonight in this tier. It gives him a warm-up for ILR Americas on Sunday night. But yeah, he's full-time reserve now, so if any drivers cannot make it, or any of the other reserves cannot make it, then he's next to step up in line, so that's good to see. So yes, let's go through the lap times so far. Let me just get best up right now. So Verstappen is on pole at the moment with a 1:12.4, and then we got Paul McGuinness in P2, then Owen Wyatt in P3, and then Victor, another person who I don't recognise, he is in this league as well, so massive shout out goes to you. Richard just pops himself into 3rd on the mediums. That is pretty decent. And we got Cam K in 6th, Lorenzo in 7th, J Carter 8th, Conquest 9th, and Huberto in 10th. Now, Panos, I do believe he's on a lap right now. He's running a little bit low on the RS though, so maybe on his out lap, maybe he used a little bit too much. So he needs to find a balance, I think, in this lap, because otherwise he's not going to gain enough time. So I doubt it's going to be a quick one, but he is running a little bit slower than usual. So I think he's going to go. I think he's going to dive it into the pits again. I think that's what I think anyway. So I will double check for that pretty soon as well. So I'll have a look what the Constructors' Championship is, but it is pretty close, I know, from the Constructors. And weather reports usually give an indication on the tyres. Yes, Panos is going into the pits. Haven't heard anything. I don't think I've heard any mumblings in the chat, in the Twitter chat, about rain or anything. So I don't think we're going to get any rain, but I will double check the chat because I keep forgetting to read it. Because usually if people see rain on the forecast, then the chat in Twitter goes through a huge uproar. Well, not a huge uproar, but a bit of a panic stage. So, Shapalili's second chance then to get a lap, because his lap time was invalidated. His lap time was a 1:10 if it was going to be not invalidated. So, I wonder what corner he cut there. Shuts up. But on the tyres, it says he's on the mediums. But no, he's on the medium tyres. He's not on the softs. My bad. I didn't move it to fitted. There we go. So he is, and he's got a little star as well on his helmet to pay tribute tonight, which is pretty good. He's got a bit of red as well. Oh, that's probably going to be another invalidated lap as he went off the gravel a little bit. But at least he could possibly get some sort of time on the board, even though it might not be representative lap time, as we'll see anyway as he comes across the line. We've got the Force India, not that far behind. I do believe that is, I need to have a look, that's Rich in the Force India. He's saying a lap time as well. 1:13, yeah, I had a feeling his lap time was going. And I've seen a Sauber hit the wall. I wasn't sure what Sauber it was, but it was Lorenzo. He's retired, so. And his car is still there. So let's see who I could catch on a lap right now. Ritson could be on one. He's been on the mediums for 3 laps now. And he's the closest to Verstappen. Now in the championship, like I said earlier, he was in P3. So he's looking to score better tonight as he... Nope, I don't think he's on a lap. So a majority of people are going to go into the pits, just sort out their strategy again and their tyres to make sure they go into the right amount of tyres ready for the start of the race. Let us know your thoughts in the chat, guys, who you think is going to get pole position here in the Hockenheimring. Now, possible turns of overtaking. There are 3 DRS zones here in Hockenheim. There is one going towards turn 1 and 2, and then there's one going towards turn 4 and 5. Yeah, Rickson is going into the pits. So actually no, there's not. Yeah, there's 2, not 3. My bad. And a lot of overtaking opportunities in the hairpin, the Palaquolica straight. That's where we've seen a lot in previous races, last year in particular. I didn't commentate on Germany last year, I think. I might have. I can't remember. But I don't remember doing it. I might have been... Actually, yeah, I did commentate Germany. Yeah, I did. I must have been not aware. So, yeah, Ben has put himself into P4. So, that is not that bad. Is it? What is his lap time? His lap time was... let me just check. It was a 1:12.6 as he goes into the pits as well. Aldo is on a lap. No, he's not. He's going to the pits as well. I do see a Force India. Oh, that is an interesting cut point from the Toro Rosso, I must say. Panos, a 1:17.4. Yep, he's on a flyer now. So let's just follow him on a hot lap going through turn 2. And then going to Little Kink of turn 3 and turn 4. Very tricky to get right there. Some people may lose a little bit at the back end there, so it's important that they manage their tyres well on this lap. Now going past the hairpin of turn 6. Going through this straight here, approaching turn 7. This is another overtaken spot that we can see as well. Then going through turn 8. And then turn 9 and 10. And then approaching turn 11. Coming up now with that long straight, that DHL sign, where Sebastian Vettel bottled it last year in 2018 German Grand Prix. I really don't want to go into that, but I just did. So there we go. So anyway, we're about to cross the line. What lap time is he going to set? Is he going to get invalidated or not? Let's see. It's a 1:13.2. Yeah, that's invalidated. Wait, I am following a lot of invalidated laps today. 4 people not to set a lap time. We have quite a few people on the ultras, so maybe they want to get track position. Jack has fitted the softs. Panos has fitted the ultra. No, Jack has fitted the ultras, my bad, and so has Panos. So the ultras don't last that long around here because the softs, the softs can last to about lap 14 to 18. That is where people can expect to pit. I did pit a lap earlier on in ILR7, but it still didn't really make a difference. I didn't lose much time when I pitted a lap earlier than I thought. But hey ho, as Jack is running out of fuel there in the Mercedes, so I think he should have time to go again. I think Victor Hasser's on the lap. Yes, he is. He's just gone past turn 11. As sector with a 16.2, I think, so not bad from him. He's got the soft tyres fitted on him currently. I wonder what mark he is going to make in this league. In this tier. So let's just see as he goes towards the final corner. Not the best lap, I think. But that puts him in P5, so he has improved quite a bit. I haven't seen anyone go into the 111s yet, but we've seen a lot of people go onto the softs to set their final lap. So I think a majority of people are going to go on to the softs to set their lap. We've got a few people in the chat. Obviously, Panos, who's driving today, and who just put in the chat in the beginning. And also we have Mark as well, Gaming Adamonda. Hello, how are you doing? If you guys want to get involved in the chat, do let us know. I will be checking the chat throughout the stream. I've got it open and all that. Let us know your favourite drivers. What would be your ideal strategy going into this race? Because there is a lot in terms of this track. I usually find it really fun to drive, and Verstappen has just set fast lap on the soft with a 12.0 now. I've been reading through the chat earlier on Twitter, and a lot of people that were doing 110s in Season 4, they were struggling to get it into the 110s when they did practice earlier. So maybe just the fact that the standard is so high, and I don't know. Meaning if you get it in Season 4, that doesn't mean you can get it in Season 5. So we could see a lot slower lap times than we thought, but Shapalili was close to getting a 110 before he got invalidated the first lap as Conquest is going into the pit lane. And I think only a few people on their outlaps. Joe has just gone into P3. And I think he's going to dive into the pits. And will he have time for one more outlap? I don't know. And we also got Jake in the chat as well. Yay. Hey, Jake, mate. McBottle as his gamer tag is on PSN now. Absolutely love it. So I will just get leader up for you so you can see the gap. So the top 6 separated by 6 temps, with Victor closing up with an extra temp as well. These are not representative lap times, so the drivers will have to go out again if they want to make sure their lap times are the best compared to the others. And we'll have to wait and see. And Joe has just binned it. I think he's going to retire, I think. Or he might go out for one more, not entirely sure. Who could I follow? Is anyone on a lap that I can follow? Victor's gone 3rd. Not bad from Victor on the softs, but I'm sure we can find a few more attempts than that to get into the 111s maybe. Don't forget, if people set their lap times on the 110, that is on the ultra softs. So 111s could expect people, if they're on the softs, 110s on the ultras. So yes, people are playing it safe, which is a good thing. They want to do the one-stop strategy. Shapalili stays in P2 right now. So we've got 1 minute 40. Everybody is pretty much going out for their flyers now. So I am just going to see Cam K. Renault is out as well. Yes, he's on the flyer. Yep, he's on the flyer. Looks like it. His ERS is set to 5 and his DRS is wide open. A little bit of a lock-up going into turn 2 there. So that might have cost him a little bit. Some bits of Germany have a little bit of a similarities in terms of Austria. In a way. That's why I like Germany so much. Jake, I'm actually quite laughing at what you're saying right now. Well, don't jinx it, because, well, to be honest, if it's based on what happened last season, then I don't know. But you never know. People might surprise us. So, as Lorenzo's retired, so is Victor. So I think they must be pretty happy with their laps. I'm just going to see if anyone is further on the lap than... I think we'll just follow Cam K for now. Oh, Shapalili's gone fastest with a 111.9. So it'll be the last cross the line. No, Ritson. So the times are really starting to fly here in Germany. Right now, what can Cam K do going towards the final corner? What lap time can he set? A 112.5. That puts him in P6. He improved by about 1 second. Where is Verstappen now? He's in the pit, so I don't think he's going to improve that. Larkin's in P4. Oh, Hanos has just hit the wall. That was, I think, in the Parabolica. So the checker flag has fallen. That's probably put some people off their laps as Ben Gallagher's just gone off to the escape road a little bit there. As Jay Cars has just finished. Paul McGuinness is on a lap as well. I'll be keeping an eye on Shapalili as well as a few other people that are setting their lap times. And Jack really needs to set a lap time, or maybe he can get a little bit of a party mode. Where is he? Oh no, that's not going to be validated. He just cut the corner on the last lap. Yep, he's invalidated. GG, Jack. GG. Right, so let's see where Shapalili is. And I think Ritson's still on the lap as well. So no, he's not. He's gone into the pits. So I think the only person that can challenge Shapalili, Ritson, is Shapalili. Owen White's just gone 7th, so he's improved. Larkin's not. No, Shapalili's in the pit, so he's not going to set a lap time. Larkin's about to cross the line. Can he get a top 3? Let's see. He doesn't improve. He stayed 5th. So on pole, for not the first time this season, is Ritson in a Mercedes. So well done to Ritson there. Good job to him. As a lot of people... Who are we waiting for? I don't know who we're waiting for. We might be waiting for Rich. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm just looking at the gaps between qualifying to see how close it was. No. So best tyres. There we go. So the top 13 separated by 8/10. That is close. Roberto 2.8, and I think Lorenzo, if I can read it right, 1.3 seconds. So we are getting closer and closer this year as all the AIs just hit the Toro Rosso there. So yeah, that is. So we are about to get the results for qualifying. So, oh no, Jack said he would have got pole, but he invalidated on the last corner. Oh, great. Oh, so Jack starts at the back. He's the only one not to set lap time, but let's go through the standings. Anyway, Ritson on pole by 83 thousandths of a second, with Shapalili in P2, Verstappen in P3, Paul McGuinness in 4th, Larkin 5th, Conquest in 6th, Owen in 7th, Victor 8th, Panos 9th, Joe 10th. Then we got Cam K 11th, Rich 12th, Ben Gallagher 13th, Jay Carty 14th, Lorenzo 15th, Roberto 16th, and Jack 17th. So the top 10 will have to start on the tyres that they've set their fastest lap on. But positions 11th downwards, they can start on whatever tyre that they want to. And we got quite an overcast. It's quite overcast. A little bit of clouds in the air in Germany, but no signs of rain. So it must be good news for the drivers. Let us know your predictions in the chat. Who you think is going to win? We will have to find out as well. And I will be looking very closely at the tyres for the bottom half as well, to see if anyone might opt to go onto the medium tyres. Mediums, I think, can probably go to lap 20. I never tried a medium to soft strategy myself on this track, so I never know how it works out, but it goes on for not that much time, but not much grip at the beginning. So recommendation, I think most of the races I've seen of Hockenheim is won by people doing a soft to medium strategy. So let's look at the tyres then. Here we go. Oh, we got a disqualification already. That was from Verstappen and Paul. Oh, tut-tut. When do we get a formation lap not getting anyone disqualified? I don't think we ever will. Right, so apart from Cam K, everyone in the bottom half is starting on the mediums. Now, I thought more people in the bottom half would be starting on the softs, but one starting on the mediums is probably telling me something, but I might be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. As they can last a little bit longer, they can stretch their stints out a little bit, and they can help their teammates. We've got Downkiller in the chat who wants Panos to do well. So we'll have to wait and see. As he's looking quite good in qualifying, he was in 9th, so... And we'll keep an eye on penalties as well. It is, I think it's one of those tracks where a lot of people could get penalties here. So we'll watch out as close as we can. So the big question, Chapalili's starts are always very good. And you're going to get a lot of slipstream if you have a car in front of you. So Ritson might be at a disadvantage here because it's a long run from turn 1 to turn 2 in the DRS straight. But obviously, there's no DRS straight to begin with, so we'll just have to wait and see. As all the cars are lining up on the grid for the start of the German Grand Prix. We just joined us. Welcome along to ILR5, one of the greatest tiers on the planet, I must say. As we're waiting for the last few drivers to grid up, we've got Huberto in 16th and Jap in 17th. 17 drivers, but it is quality more than quantity here tonight as the lights are about to come on here in Hockenheim. Here we go. We are ready to rev them up. And away we go. And let's see who jumps off the line correctly. Chapalili's got a very good start from Ritson as they glide it into turn 1. Ritson almost going a bit wide there as well. We got Owen and Larkin fighting for position 4 right now. So a big scrap already. Paul makes a move around the outside of Chapalili almost, but Chapalili stays ahead right now. Looking through the back, looks like they all made it through cleanly, so that's very good. So it's Ritson that still holds on to the lead. Chapalili second, Paul third. Owen's right behind Paul in 4th. So is he going to try and make the lunge? No, he's not at the moment. He might do. He's looking. He almost looks around the inside there, but couldn't quite do it. But we've got, I think, Aldo's dropped quite a few positions as well. Kamke has made his way past Panos. Panos going to make a move past Conquest, and he does it. Yes, he does make it stick. He is in X. A great start from the Force India driver, Lorenzo. Not having the best of starts. He is down in 16th place, and Jack's around about 6 tenths already. Ben Gallagher just got past Huberto Mancini as well in the, and I think Joe, what's happened to Joe? Joe's had a pretty poor start as well. Joe's dropped it down to 15th, so he's got a lot of making up to do as well. Yep, he has, as Joe has gone into the pits already, so not the best of races for him, so he's going to have a 2-stop. The top 5 are pretty close and most evenly matched already. Jake's prediction has definitely gone out the window so far, so yeah, maybe that was meant in a good way, but you never know. But anyway, Chapalili is going to challenge for a move on Ritson. Oh, he almost looked it around the inside there. but Ritson stays ahead for now. He's got to worry about the guys behind as well, Shapalili. He's got pressure from Paul and Owen right behind as well. But looks like Shapalili is matching Ritson on pace at the moment. We'll have to find out as soon as the fastest laps come up in a few laps time. So obviously, the first person who gets the fastest lap is the person who's in the race to start with. So Panos is flying again. We've got Panos who's going to dive it in past Conquest again. I completely missed that, unfortunately. But Panos has gained another position up into P8. So already, he's having a very good start to ILR5. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And I'm going to look at the positions gained right now to pass lap 2. So Roberto Mancini and Camke gained the most positions so far. Rich and Lorenzo are diving into the pit lane, so they must have had some trouble as well. Conquest is still right behind Panos though, so he may challenge for a move soon as they've gone past turn 3 and 4. Gaps evenly matched by the people as, hold on a minute, we've got a battle for the lead. Shapalili and Ritson going towards the hairpin, both side by side. Shapalili didn't quite make the move stick there, but a very long run here. I need to get my track map up so I can remember what corner it is. It's turn 8, then turn 9 and 10, and 9 and 10, and approaching turn 11. Ritson is almost going to have a look around the outside of... Shapalili is almost going to make a move around the outside of Ritson. Getting the names mixed up for some weird reason. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Jay Carl's having a little bit of a scrap for the last points for P10. So, interesting to see that. Shapalili is going to have another look. He's got DRS. Let's see what happens here. As Ritson comes off, we've got yellow flag. I think that's Panos that's dropped it in. I think, yes, it has. Oh, Panos. And, oh, what's happened to Paul? Oh, word. Oh, God. That was a nasty shunt. I didn't really see what happened, but 1, 2, 3 cars just died. That was Owen, Larkin, and Paul. So, unfortunately, that's the end of their race, and that's caused the virtual safety car. So, yeah. I'm quite surprised they didn't cause an actual safety car because it's kind of blocked people's way. So, quite shocked about that, but hey-ho. So, looks like the one who I thought was going to be a yellow flag is still managing to gain quite a bit of positions. We'll have to find out. So now that puts in Shapalili with a little bit less pressure because he's got less of a gap to the car in front. But we know Verstappen is very good on pace and they will probably catch up very soon. The virtual safety car is going for a very long time. Probably longer than I thought. So there might be a few gambles of people going into the pits if they've had a bit of damage maybe. But not quite. And yeah, the virtual safety car is ending then. Shapalili is going to see if he can get the jump he needs from Ritson 97 then. On lap 5 of 34 of this race. Let's see what Shapalili does now. He stays ahead for now. He might get another chance on the DRS straight soon. Going towards the parabolica of turn 5. Oh, he's going to look around the outside of Ritson, and he does it. He makes it stick, but Ritson's going to get the switch back around the outside there. Side by side, going past the hairpin. Going into turn 7. And then short turn 8 here. Looks like Shapalili holds on to the lead. What a move from Shapalili there. As good rivalry between these two, which is great to see. The rest of the field are going to try and catch up to them as much as possible as well. Panos trying to make up for lost ground here because he's got... Oh no, Jack's not in a Mercedes. Jack's in the Williams, I think. Or he's got someone else behind him anyway. No, he's not. I think someone's being lapped, I think. Or it might have been Rich. Yeah, it's Rich. No, it's not Rich. I'm losing track on drivers. Oh, Panos had a little bit of a slide and he's spinning. So that's not going to do his tyres any good, that's for sure. So that's put Joe in a good position. And Panos has dropped it. And yeah, it's a bit of a spin there. So you'll probably get a dive into the pit soon. What tyres did he start on? I think it was, let me check, Ultras. Oh, those Ultras, you'll have to pit next lap, I think. You'll have to. Because they're probably going to be at a very low grip now due to the amount of spins that he had. Wow. Let's not follow him anymore, because otherwise we're going to follow spin after spin after spin, and we don't really want that. Right. Now, so due to the fact people on different tyres, we'll start to see the grip levels for around about lap 10 to 12 for the soft runners, but they'll appear around about lap 14. And I think we've got a battle between Rich and Lorenzo. Yes, we have, going towards the hairpin. And we've got Rich driving around the inside of Jodag to around turn 6. And Rich retains P12 on the circuit. And yes, Panos is diving into the pits. And looks like he's doing a two-stop. Yep, he is doing a two-stop strategy, which is a bit risky. We do have our first penalty of the session, and that is Jake Arty. He's got a 3-second time penalty. I did say a lot of penalties are going to be earned here, and I wasn't wrong right now. Not much battles happening going on at the moment, but we still have people in DRS range. That is Jake Arty, almost in DRS range, with Ben Gallagher as well. Ritten's around about 6/10 behind Chapaluli, so he's got quite some time. I can still see a bit of debris on from the Red Bull from early on as well, so I think the game hasn't cleared them off yet. But anyway, Rich is still challenging for 12. Lorenzo's found a little bit more pace on the Force India drivers, so let's see if he's going to get another chance around the outside of Rich then, going towards turn 6 of the hairpin, but this time he makes the move stick a lot better. But maybe not, as Rich dives it around the inside, going side by side, approaching turn 7. Let's see what they could do here. Yes, Lorenzo just managed just to hold on to that position there. But Rich could challenge him again, approaching turn 11 really soon. Oh, that was a spin from Lorenzo there. A lot of people are getting caught there tonight. We did see the Panos getting caught there as well, so that was unfortunate. We got scrapped for 6 as well with Jake Arty and Ben. Jake Arty's around about 6/10 behind. We've got, I think, actually a 3-car train. So we've got Aldo right behind him as well, Ben Gallagher as well. So I think Jake Arty is probably going to be in a very prime position to overtake it if any of these guys make a mistake. So he must be loving this right now as he starts to close up. I'll keep an eye on for the battle for the lead to see if that changes anytime soon, because if it does, I will change the battle up for the lead. As Lorenzo's got a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. And oh, we got a rev glitch. Don't really want that, so I'm not going to follow them. As a few people going a bit wide there, as Jake Arty is still on a... Yeah, he's got a rev glitch, so I would be going on board, but yeah, I won't be doing that. I haven't had much rev glitches when I've been commentating on this game for a while, so this has been the first in a while. So, yes. As I wonder when the mediums are going to come into play, possibly soon, because Ben Gallagher is around about 9/10 behind his teammate. He is just losing DRS range right now. Lorenzo's left the session. He is not a happy bunny whatsoever. So we've already, so far, we've lost 4 people already of this Grand Prix. And yeah, Germany is not really a popular track when it comes to instants, I must say. We usually get quite a lot of instants here, but quite a lot of battles as well. As we're seeing Jake Arty. Let's just see what Jake Arty's lap was, his fastest lap so far this race. Is a 1:15.9 compared to Ben Gallagher's 1:15.8. So they're really matching on pace at the moment. So I think it's going to be even Stevens as to when Jake Arty's going to make the move or not, going towards turn 1. Turn 1 is not recommended to make moves. Probably turn 2. Oh my word. What has happened there? A bit of bumping. Oh my god. What is happening right now? Okay, that was weird. Was that? I don't think there was any damage. There might have been. No. Doesn't look like there was damage. If there was, it would have been minor. Oh my god. What is going on? Because looks like Jay Carty got the move. It might be a bit of desync, I think. I might be suffering desync. I don't know. I really don't know here. Meanwhile, Jack has from last place to 9th, so he's having a good race so far, as he's gained quite a few positions already due to people's misfortunes. And Uberto getting another penalty there. Gap still not changing at the front between Whitson and Ciappellini. So at the moment, Ciappellini being the GOAT of this circuit so far. He was looking very strong in practice so far. So he is looking to improve quite a bit here, as Whitson just not having the pace at the moment to catch up to him. He's still winning DRS range, but he's got to find a bit more time. Probably the best time will be when these two will probably have to go and pit for a set of the mediums compound tyres. That's probably what is going to happen here. So we'll just have to find out as soon as possible. Jay Carty's now 5 tenths behind Conquest. So I wonder what's going to happen here as they go towards turn 9. And then turn 10, and then approaching turn 11 as Conquest is starting to pull away a little bit. I need to remind myself not to follow Jay Carty as he's got the red glitch. So, yeah. Oh, camera, no. No, don't go that camera. No, don't go that camera because that's not going to work. Anyway, we got Ritson, the first person to drive into the pits on the end of lap 11, beginning of lap 12. So he goes on to a set of medium tyres, so he's the first to jump. So I wonder if the rest of the leading bunch will have to respond to that. If I was in that position, which will be never, that will probably be the case. I would probably have to dive it into the pit soon as well, because you may leave it a few laps and see what happens. There's a little bit of a gamble maybe, so we'll have to find out as well. So we'll have to wait and see what Ciappellini and Verstappen do up front as well. Jay Carty's a lot closer to Conquest this lap. Hopefully it'll be a lot cleaner and hopefully no desync issues, please, Codies. But anyway, as we have got about to approach turn 11 coming up soon. Ben Gallagher's already losing a bit of time between these two, so not a three-way battle as we would have hoped so far this race. As when and if is Jay Carty going to make the move? He's got to at some point if he wants to get it before the pit lane. Verstappen is now going into the pits. Now he's going on to the 7 mediums as well. Let's follow Ritson as he goes towards the start-finish straight. It's going to be pretty close to see if Verstappen goes ahead. Oh, it is close. By around about 2 seconds, I think. Yeah, no, actually, no, 1.1. So, Verstappen was closer to Ritson this lap than he was at the pit stop. So, good strategy call from Verstappen then, as Verstappen is going to have more grip than Ritson this race. Even though Verstappen's got to warm his tyres a little bit, as you can see, Ritson dives in around the inside of him, and Verstappen gets to switch back around the outside of him. So there Verstappen goes, and Verstappen is up into P8. And yeah, maybe Verstappen is getting used to those medium tyres. It's very important that you make sure you warm them up correctly and efficiently, and that's what Verstappen is doing. Ritson's still right behind him, so I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll look at the pit, the leader, the gap to leader. I think Chapelini's still going to come out just ahead of Ritson, I think. It's going to be a close one. But Chapelini, I think, could go on for 2 more laps. But, oh no, it doesn't really matter anyway, because Ritson's got a time penalty, and then Jack's got a time penalty. So, yes, Ritson's got to be 3 seconds clear, which I don't think might happen, but I'm not entirely sure. Ritson's got a time penalty, so yeah, it is that stage of the race, ladies and gentlemen, where we are seeing time penalties going left, right, and centre. So, not really that surprised right now. And I think I might be able to hear myself on the stream. No, I haven't. That's all good. As Cam K is doing quite well in second at the moment. He's about 2 seconds clear of Conquest as well. I think J-Cast will probably, and Conquest will probably have a battle when they go into the pit lane, I think. Now, I think that is probably what is going to happen right now, as both Cam K and Conquest are going into the pits. J-Cast, he stays out. Now, Conquest is going on to a set of mediums. Now, crucially, at the point of the battle, J-Carty will be on a set of softs. So if Conquest and J-Carty come together and have a battle again, I think J-Carty will have the edge, you know, but we'll have to wait and see. I know I keep saying we'll have to wait and see, but it's hard to think of what to say at times. We're on lap 15 of 34. Chapelini still leads this race. He's still managing to pull the gap quite good. 12.6 seconds, so he's absolutely doing very well on the softs. He's managing those softs really. He's done 14 laps on the softs, and he's no sign of him pitting yet. Victor still has to pit. He's made his way past Cam K, going towards just past the hairpin, and he's still got Conquest under pressure as well at the back of him. As there's a little bit of a slide from Aldo there, as Joe receives a 3-second penalty. What is up with these penalties, man? And our race leader, Chapelini, is decided to call it. He's going into the pits. It looks like a pretty clean pit stop from him. Where is Ritson in comparison to Chapelini? Chapelini is easily ahead of Ritson there by, let me just have a look, 1 second-ish. So still roughly around about the same gap, I think. So it's probably going to be even Stevens, but don't forget Ritson does have that penalty. Ritson was almost going to challenge a move there, but he doesn't want to make any mistakes. Oh, he makes a move around the outside. Chapelini almost going wide a little bit there. Ritson can capitalise here as he gets the position back from Humberto Mancini, who's been on those medium tyres for 15 laps already. Another battle for the lead. The net lead is on the cards here. Going side by side into turn 11. Approaching turn 12. Ritson is on ERS mode 2. How is Chapelini's ERS? He is on mode 0. So he can afford to post it a little bit until he's been forced to defend. We'll just have to find out as well. We've seen Niki Lauda have some battles in the German Grand Prix at his time as well in the past. He's had some good battles in life, and we've got the hat of Verstappen trying to make a move past Alberto. Alberto's tyres are probably dying right now, so, which I'm quite surprised. I thought the mediums do last a bit longer than that, but maybe the mediums was pushed a little bit too much as Chapelini is forced to defend off Ritson around the inside. Let's see where Ritson is on the track. He's about 3/10 behind. He is bumping the ERS mode to 4th now. Let's see, he's going to try and make a move around the inside. Doesn't make it stick. No. Maybe now in the next few quarters, this is where he could gain advantage and try and pull off that 3-second gap that he needs. Because even if Ritson gets ahead of Chapelini, it is still going to be Chapelini who leads still. As Panos gets another penalty, as well. As Victor just made his way past Rich. So it might not be due to penalties though, but Rich and Victor might have the same penalties. I will check penalties towards the end of this race, just so it gives you a little bit of an idea of what the penalties are and what you can expect here. Verstappen still on the back of Ritson, so Ritson's having a little bit more challenge than he first thought, as Ritson's forced to defend from the outside, but Verstappen goes around the outside. Ritson goes defensive from the inside. Let's see what happens here as we're going past the hairpin. And Verstappen, he's got the job done, is saying, yes, thank you, P4 is mine, and there he's got it. And he's starting to pull away in 4th place. He's about 8/10 behind Shapalili, so, oh no, Shapalili has got a 3-second time penalty as well. So both Shapalili and Ritson are pretty much even on penalties right now. So I don't think Verstappen has got any. So I think at the moment Verstappen could be on course to win, but it is not over until the checker flag falls. Definitely not over yet. We've seen some, oh, as the Force India has gone wide. That was, I think that was Panos. And Huberto's gone into the pits because he started on the mediums, and he's going on to a set of softs, which should take him till the end of this race then. I really can't call who's going to win, as McLaren has been forced to go defensive from Ben Gallagher. Look at this. Ben Gallagher's just found some good pace all of a sudden here on those medium tyres. Oh, as he almost hit the back of Shapalili there. That is not where you want it to go. Ben Gallagher has to pit next few laps or so. So maybe it's not the best time to challenge, but it just goes to show that he's doing not too bad. But he's got Verstappen on the trail as well, and Ritson as well. So Verstappen could take full advantage of this and possibly get past Ben Gallagher, as Ben Gallagher is staying out. Verstappen is going to get DRS, and Jay Carty is going into the pits then. He's going on to a set of the softs as well. Ben Gallagher's got that time penalty. I think if he saw another of the medium runners going to the pits, surely then he would have known to go into the pits as well, as Verstappen goes past Ben Gallagher. And I think Ritson might possibly do the same thing at some point as well. But again, we will just have to wait and see as the race goes on. And oh, look at this, as Ben Gallagher, oh, that was close, as Verstappen's just lost P3. No, he doesn't. He got the switch back then, as he is still in 3 for now. GG to Ben Gallagher for trying to make those tyres last, but he's got a few penalties now, and that might put him way down the order if he gets any more, so I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it, as we are just waiting for the moment for when Ben is going to dive it in. No, he's not, he's staying out. Wow. It could go to lap 22, I think. No, oh no, Ben Gallagher is pitting. My bad. So he's going on to the set of the soft compound tyres. So that's going to give... And why is there Red Bull debris still on the off circuit? I think because the people on the circuit just don't really want to clear off the off-track stuff, because, you know, as Verstappen's got to find some time to Ritson. Ritson's about 1.8. As Jack is going onto the pit as well. He's going onto the set of the softs. That puts him into P9 of this race so far. He's about 9/10 behind Ben Gallagher, as Jay Carty makes a move past Conquest around the inside of him, as he's gained another position, and Ben Gallagher just got past Roberto Mancini on a newer set of the soft compound of tyres. And Jay Carty gets a penalty as well, so it can change the outcome of this race. Camke doing very well in 4th place. And he's only been on those tyres for 6 laps, so he's going to play a crucial part. Now, I don't know what's happened to Panos. Unfortunately, Panos has retired from the session then, as we still got Huberto Mancini right on the back of Ben Gallagher. Oh, that was a close move. That was a close move. Going towards the final corner. The tyres for some people are starting to get quite hot. It will start to get quite hot towards the end as well. So do watch out for the grip levels. They will start to fall away around about lap 30. As Verstappen makes his way past Ritson towards the hairpin. And that is P2 for Verstappen. But Ritson is going to look for another move. As he looks for a chance going through. Sorry, I thought I heard my mum, but she was going out. So that's why I heard my mum. She was popping out for a little bit. I was wondering if my mum needed me there, because she doesn't usually interrupt me in stream if I'm commentating. If she hears me commentating, she doesn't bother. But anyway, Ritson now going to challenge Verstappen to make up for time gained. He's P3 for now. He's still got a comfortable gap ahead of Camke, but he can't afford to lose any more time ahead of his rivals, because otherwise that's going to be place after place after place right here. As Camke has got a time penalty. So that is going to cost him. As Ritson goes around the inside of Verstappen then. Oh, that was a bit of a lock-up from Ritson then going into the hairpin. As I think Verstappen holds on due to Ritson's mistake there on the hairpin. Now going towards turn 8 and 9. Ritson's going to do all he can to make up for lost time, really, as Verstappen is finding the sheer pace at this stage. I won't check the penalties yet, because there's still some great battles happening here at ILR5, as Rich has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far with a 1:14.0 as we're going towards the start of this straight here. We've got the Mercedes right still on the back of the Haas. Championship rivals, of course. The top 3. Oh no, Jack, mate. Jack's got a penalty again. I think that's down to 6 seconds. Can't remember. The top 3 you're seeing on circuit at the moment is currently the top 3 in the championship. So that means Chapalili will be able to extend the gap between himself and Verstappen. To be honest, I think at the moment, I think it's going to be a 3-horse race for the championship. And possibly between Jay Carty as well. If Jay Carty just make his way past Camke. But Ben Gallagher, let's jump to Ben Gallagher's. Ben Gallagher makes it around the outside of Huberto Mancini. And Huberto makes another look as Joe is out of the session. I see, I was going to go right on board with Rich, but I didn't catch it in time. Huberto has still got another chance on Ben Gallagher here as we're going towards turn 11 and approaching turn 12. Huberto doing quite well in the championship in 5th. He's had a few DNFs already this season. His last finish in Britain last week was a P6, so he's looking to score better. But penalties could change things, so you never know. I do believe Huberto Mancini does have a penalty as far as I'm aware. So, again, like I said, if you want to see which drivers have what penalty, just tell me what driver and I will let you know as time progresses. As Huberto's going to have a look around the inside of Ben Gallagher. Ben Gallagher makes a mistake there, going towards turn. Oh, I'm losing track of turns here. Turn 6. Oh, almost a bit touching wheels from Ben Huberto there. Huberto can pulled away just a little bit after that mistake as Ben Gallagher's gone a bit wide again. I wonder if he's lost a little bit of wing damage due to that. If it was, it probably is. Might be minor damage that I think that has costed that, which is a bit of a shame. But let's jump to the battle. Still P2, Ritson and Verstappen. They're still quite close to each other as well. We've got the 50 car of Ritson. I always wonder, you know, why they always choose those numbers. As Ritson gets another look of Verstappen around the inside. Can he make it stick? Looks like he can't as Verstappen makes a run on him on the outside of him. Both side by side into turn 7. Approaching turn 8 very soon as Ritson's going to have another look up around the inside. Let's see what happens here as he does it. Yes, he does. Ritson gets P2 of this Grand Prix. A very good move. But looks like Verstappen might hold on to P2 due to penalties unless Verstappen has got a penalty. We'll have to wait and see. But let's just keep an eye on this battle for these next couple of laps before I get my race director, because Verstappen could challenge for another move. I don't think he has to. Jeff might tell Ritson that Verstappen doesn't have a penalty and vice versa to Verstappen, but Ritson does have a time penalty. So Jeff is getting very more knowledgeable. I wonder if he'll get a little bit more knowledgeable in the F1 2019 game. It is not that long away. It is in a month's time. Oh my god, it is in a month's time. The early release anyway is in a month's time. The Legends Edition. That is absolutely crazy that it's not long till the new game comes out. I think a lot of people will be getting excited. I will be getting the game, of course. I will be getting it both on PS4 and Xbox. I'm not going to get it on PC. I don't think my PC, will be too powerful enough to run it properly. So I'm sticking to the console version. As Ben Gallagher's having another look at us. Roberto's still challenging on the hairpin then, as Ben's gaining much better speed and momentum going towards turn 7 and 8. Lap 27 then of 34. 11 cars still in this race. So out of the finishers, one person will be very unfortunate to not get a point in this race, which will be sad for them, which they'll be close to it. Rich is around about 26 seconds behind Victor, so Victor could be on course to gain his first point, and that'll be very good for him in this league. He'll be getting his championship to a good start, and oh, I jinxed him, didn't I? I had to jinx him. Oh god, Victor has got another time penalty. Not sure where that's put him, as Roberto's still closing up to Ben Gallagher. But let's jump to Ritson and Verstappen again as they're closing up towards the DRS straight, as Verstappen is going to try and make the lunge into the end of turn 7, and Ritson still ahead of Verstappen on this occasion. Verstappen goes around the inside, doesn't make it work. He might try around the outside pretty soon. Let's find out. And he's still on the back of him. He's gone wide a little bit there, but he's still managing to gain speed in the corner, going towards the right hand side on the DHL side. Luckily, these two guys haven't bought it like Vettel did earlier on. And Ritson is going to find all the power that he needs to try and make sure that he stays ahead. Some good battles happening between these two at the moment for P2 of this race. Ciappellini already pulling away by 5.8 seconds. This could be his 3rd win in a row, which will be great stuff, and that'll be his 4th win of the season. And no one has won more than that. I think, obviously, we had Owen won in Australia, then we've had Ritson, then Verstappen, and then Ciappellini has won the last 3. So, which is very, very dominant. Because if Ciappellini keeps this up, he could be on course to take his first ILR championship, which will be in a massive feat for them. As the gaps are starting to fade a little bit, let's quickly check the penalties, unless Verstappen could possibly try and make the move on Ritson. Probably not. So Let's check the penalties right now. Let's go on race director. I know Ritson's got penalties. I know that. He's got one. But what about Verstappen? Verstappen has got one penalty. So it is full position between Verstappen and Ritson. This is going to get very feisty. And I really do hope you are getting your seatbelts strapped in. And as I just said that, Verstappen gets another penalty. And another commentator's curse of the stream. And I feel pretty bad a bit right now because I've jinxed quite a lot this stream, and I don't think there'll ever be an ILR stream where I don't jinx or do any commentators' curses, because that will, to be honest, that will just never happen. 4 or 5 laps to go then of this very intense German Grand Prix, pretty much intense between Ritson and Verstappen anyway. Chapalili's facing less pressure. Toro Rosso scrapping for position then, as Ben Gallagher late on the brakes again. Still going side by side in the hairpin. All almost made touching. Once again, we've got the Ferrari not that far behind as well, making up for lost time. So as soon as we see a battle, we'll cover it here in ILR. After Germany, we will have 4 more rounds to go. There is no breaks in between, so they will be racing for the whole of it, as the tracks we've got left are really, really good. Ones we've got left for battles. ILR has picked the best tracks, of course. I race in ILR. One track I am not looking forward to, which is USA. I'm not looking forward to racing that because I hate USA. I always DNF in open lobbies and stuff, so it'll be a miracle if I make it. But enough about me. Let's get back into the races. Roberto was almost going to have another look there past Conquest, but couldn't quite do it. Roberto almost was going to have a look on the outside almost. You could challenge around the inside of Conquest, but doesn't quite do it. Go through the hairpin there. Conquest stays in 7th. Roberto still finding that pure grip at the moment to get the space that he needs to gain the position. Let us know your thoughts. Who has been your driver of the day so far this race? Who has been your standout performer? And I will get the track positions right now. Jay Carty, I feel like has been a standout. He's made some great overtakes and he's gained 10 positions. Roberto and Jack has gained 8 as well. Ben's gained 7. Cam K's gained 6. So well done to these guys for gaining such good positions, and they're going to get some good points along the way as well, unless penalties might come into play as well. Because like I said earlier, it is not how you start, it is how you finish in ILR. Because any point is crucial at this stage. And look at... Oh, Bad's going to make a move around the inside. Conquest covers the outside. He's getting close between these two. They go side by side, go towards turn 7. They're touching wheels again. That's going to probably cost them a little bit of time here. Roberto takes position from Aldo pretty much closely there. Very tight towards between these two. But that means Roberto's now gained 9 places. And he could get another one if he could make his way past Ben Gallagher, if he finds about 1.6 seconds. Panos is in the chat. Hi Panos, he said, I really don't know what happened after the good fight. It was like I changed setups, I had no grip. Well, it could be, yeah, it could be that it does depend on the tyre situation. You may be qualifying on different tyres maybe, I don't know. But yeah, a bit of a shame for Panos there for unfortunately retiring early on in the races. Victor is going into the pit lane. I wonder why. Let's just check tyres. He is going on to a set of, let me just go on board with him, Ultras. So he wants to go for fastest lap, I presume. So there he goes. Conquest still on the back of Roberto then. I will keep an eye on Verstappen and Ritson as well. But meanwhile, the gap at the front, still 7 seconds between Shapalili and Ritson. Even though Shapalili's got penalties, it's going to be enough, I think, for him to still take the victory. As we're on the final lap of this German Grand Prix. We hope you enjoyed the action so far. There has been ILR6 and 7 that went on earlier, and also ILR4 that's been going on at the same time. Leon has been commentating on that this evening, filling in for Tony, who could not make it tonight. And at the start of the show, really, has got to be Shapalili. He's had really good drives and good battles between Ritson and Verstappen pretty much all this race, and then halfway in, he's been in less trouble. He's had the main battles that has happened was behind him, and he's going to be pretty much in a relief. He's got the star on his helmet to pay tribute to Niki Lauda, and I think that win is going to mean so much to him. But we've got Conquest and Ubato still fighting towards that hairpin there. This probably looks like it's going to probably go towards the end of this race at this rate. A nice little scrap there as J-Karty and Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen. Oh, no. What's happened to Verstappen there? He's gone slowly. He's either run out. Oh, no. He's got a puncher. He's got a puncher on the rear left. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's definitely costed him. That would have been a P3. So that means Shapalili fully extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship. He wins in Germany. Ritson in P2. J-Karty takes his second podium. Well done to him for the Red Bull driver. And Cam K, his best result for a while in P4. His best result since Spain, which is good for him, as Conquest manages to hold on to Roberto and Ben Gallagher. What a shame for Verstappen as he limped towards the line. I think he pushed his tyres a little bit too much on those final 2 laps. I didn't see what happened to cause the puncture, but it might have been that he's overdone it, as Victor on the last lap has gained the fastest lap on it, and on his first race in ILR5, he has got a point. So well done to Victor there. Jack has also got a point as well, so well done to him. So, Verstappen is kicking himself in the Twitter chat now. I would if I was in that situation. That was unfortunate because it looks a good battle for P2 there between Ritson and Verstappen there. As here we go, Shapalili for the 3rd time in a row takes a win in ILR5. He's one of the favourites to clinch the championship this season. And he definitely is after that. He's been dominant pretty much since Austria. And Italy is one of his strongest tracks. So can anyone stop Shapalili at this stage? Let's get the standings then. Shapalili wins from Ritson, from J-Karty in 3rd, Cam K in 4th, Conquest in 5th, Roberto in 6th, Ben Gallagher in 7th, Verstappen in 8th, Jack in 9th. Victor rounds up your top 10 with Rich, Joe, and Rich being your final finisher, and your non-finishers tonight are Joe, Panos, Lorenzo, Larkin, Owen and Paul. Now, driver of the day, it is a really tough one, but Roberto started 16th to 6th place. He's one of the contenders, but J-Karty has got to be, I think, driver of the day, I think. Based on his performance, based on his battles and scraps around the field, and managing to get a podium based on where he qualified is pretty amazing. So well done to him on that. So he has got my driver of the day for him. So that is the end of ILR5 this week. We really hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, like I said, the next place the drivers will be next week is in Italy. A lot of very good corners there. We have got a lot of places where you can go full throttle as well. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. But if you want some more German Grand Prix action, we've got ILR Xbox on at 7:30. More information about where it is getting broadcasted tomorrow will be on Twitter around about lunchtime, so make sure you do check out that. And then on Sunday, we've got ILRs 1, 2 and 3. So we've got ILRs 1 at 5 o'clock and ILRs 2 and 3 at 7 o'clock. And then we've got ILR Americas at 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern. So, lot of dose of ILR action to catch up during the weekend. I hope you guys can make any one of those streams. That will be amazing. You'll next see me tomorrow on the YouTube channel when I commentate for ILR3. But until next time for ILR5, see you next week, same time, same place at 8 o'clock. Have a good evening, and we will see you next time. Good night.